Hello, I didn't speak to you yesterday night. Well, that's not true. I spoke to the camera, but not for the vlog because it was Eurovision and I had a fantastic time. I had such a great night. There's going to be a whole video going up about it. In fact, that might have already gone up. But suffice it to say, I had a really good evening. And today I'm going to move this camera. And today I told myself that I would go for a run after work. I told myself it could be minimal. I said to myself, ideally 3 kilometers and that's all I need to do, but I need to go for a run. I haven't gone for a run, I think, in over 2 weeks and it's time. I don't want to. I don't like running. Sorry, I'm stretching while I'm talking to you. And the truth is, I know it's healthy and blah, 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 but I kind of feel like there's no point to me running. I'm like, why am I running? It doesn't bring me any joy. But as I've told you before, I have this theoretical marathon place in October. I still don't know if I'm actually going to take it up. I think what I've told myself is if anything else comes up that makes me not be able to attend, I will prioritize that. However, if I literally have no excuses, if nothing else comes up, then I think I'm just gonna have to do it. And by having that pressure on myself, it's forcing me to go on runs, which is, I know, theoretically a good thing. Also, I'm sorry, I know I mentioned this in my April favorites, but can I just say, having good socks makes the biggest difference to running. I think maybe more so than the shoe, because I'm pretty sure the shoes I have are good, but they didn't feel very good for my feet in all my training before, and now they do. I'm tilting you down further while I'm stretching low. And the thing is, as much as I don't like running, it is such a good way of moving and, you know, trying to stay a little bit healthy and keep on top of my stamina. And it is free, so, you know. But because it's been almost 2 weeks, if not more, I was really worried about this run. I thought it was going to be really hard, and I knew anyway that I didn't really have the motivation for it. But I once again did that thing where I made myself as ready as possible for after work, and I actually left from work. I made sure I had everything with me this time. And that did really make a difference. It definitely feels easier for me to go out when I'm already out rather than coming home and then having to go out again. And you know what? I started off so strong. I was flying. I was really trying to slow myself down because I could feel that I was going fast and I was feeling good. And my brain was quite conflicted because I was like, on the one hand, I should try and maintain this faster pace and like see how long I can go. But then on the other hand, I was like, no, I really want to try and get to 3 kilometers and I don't want to burn myself out too early. So I tried to slow myself down. I think I did do a pretty good job. And actually, I felt pretty good. This was one of my best runs, I think, for most of it. And I got to just before 3 and I was like, I might even be able to do 5. But I thought I'll go a slightly different route because I had just been doing loops in one park. I thought I'll try and take a different route and sort of see how far that gets me. And then I would say around 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, I don't know exactly when, my stomach was not having a good time all of a sudden. Kind of out of nowhere, it just like flipped. So I said to myself, I'm going to push through this and I'm going to at least get to 4, ideally like 4.5. I knew by that point I wasn't going to go to 5, but I thought maybe 4.5 if that like gets me back to work because I didn't know how far I was from work. And in the end, I probably could have run 4.5 and that would have got me back to work, but I decided to stop at 4.33. I thought that was like a nice-ish number. Like I've done 4 kilometers and a third of a kilometer. And yeah, so I was feeling pretty rough, I would say, for the last 700 to 800 meters, but really good actually for all the rest. So let me just see up my time. And I was listening to really good songs. Let me tell you actually what was on the playlist for today. I started at the end of I Am the One because I've been warming up to that. Also, I didn't do as thorough a warm up and I can very much feel it, especially in my calves. I'm like, oh, that's tight. I should have done more with that. But yeah, I started with the end of I Am the One, and then I cued Bangaranga, which is the winning Eurovision song. Actually, that's not true. First, Een Ongelooflijk Idee by K3 played, which is such a great song to run to. It's so much fun. Then I cued Bangaranga. Then then it played What I Was Born to Do from Bring It On, which again, like, it's just got a really good beat. Then it was Grease Lightning, History of Wrong Guys, Hey Mama, Honey Honey, I'd Rather Be Me, What You Want. That was it, really. So yeah, really good. I don't know, it felt like a really good running playlist. And then I completely forgot to look at the breakdown. The thing I feel at the moment is if most of my running felt like those first 3 kilometers, I would do so much more running. Also, like, the weather was perfect. It did get warmer sort of just after the 3 kilometers, but it was like really pleasant, not much sun, and a nice breeze. It was like, but not too strong that you felt like you were being blown about. It was great. Okay, so I did 4.34 kilometers and my average tempo was 7:04, but I've just had a PR. Apparently it was my quickest 1 kilometer in 2026, which is pretty cool. Kind of crazy actually. And I moved for exactly half an hour, so that's quite good. It was actually more because obviously I had to walk back from work, but I'll take that. Oh my goodness. My 1 kilometer was 5:49. That's insane. That's insane. That's crazy. And the thing that's even crazier, I'm not even sure I believe this. It wasn't my first. This is insane. I don't know if I trust this. My first kilometer was 7:19, second was 7:30. My third was 5:55, according to my phone. My fourth was 7:41 and the last 300 meters was 6:43. Oh yeah, I tried to push through. I think when I was at 4.23, I thought for the last 100 meters, I'm gonna really try and sprint, and it was uphill. I was like, I'm just gonna do my best. And obviously it wasn't great, but it made a difference, clearly. 5:55 on my third kilometer. That doesn't sound right, to be honest. But I did feel like I was in a very good groove, so maybe. But then I'm looking at the map and something funny has happened. So not crazy, but a little bit. So I'm wondering if that's caused something. I don't know. But there you go. There's what it all looks like. I'm very, very proud of that. And even if that's not true, I do feel like it was a very good run, which I don't often say, so I will take it. And especially considering I hadn't run when was my last run? 29th of April. That's almost 3 weeks. Yeah, like I'm really proud of that. I'm very happy with that. I think I'm now gonna have some lunch, even though I'm not super hungry, but I know I should eat. And it's like 2:10 already, so by the time I've like made an egg and whatever I'm gonna have, it will be later. Then I'm gonna shower, and then I do have, I'm gonna say a long list, but like every single item on that list will take me 5 minutes or less, I think. Well, except there's a couple of videos I want to film, they'll take me longer. But they're all like easy tasks, and I've got the whole evening, afternoon, everything free. I do need to do a little bit of work, but it's not going to be crazy. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Let me fry an egg. Hi. Not too long ago, Spotify released a feature where you could see your top songs of all time. And so I want to have a look at that quickly. I might make this a separate video, or it might just add it into my vlog, depending on how much information there is and how long this takes. I'm trying to think. I think my top song will probably be a Dodie song. I'm thinking maybe Hot Mess. I don't know what else. Like maybe Lost in the Waves or something, but I haven't listened to it very much recently. Maybe something from Next to Normal. Or maybe something ABBA. ABBA could go near the top. Basically, I'm trying to think of like either musicals or Eurovision songs or, you know, something along those lines that I've listened to for many years, not just recently. That's hard. I can think of lots of songs that I've listened to in the last like year, or 2 years even, but trying to go back. I think I got Spotify, I think in 2020, I think at the end of lockdown, and I feel like I've listened to loads of different songs since then, and I've also reconfigured like how my playlists work and what I listen to and whatever. But I'm gonna say Hot Mess as my first choice. There's no way that's my top though. Oh, okay. So, how can I pause this? I can't. I got Spotify in the middle of June, but I didn't get the the paid version until the end of June, 2020, I think. 5,247 songs. I don't know if that's a lot or not. I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Oh, what song was that? Oh, Run Away With Me Will Be High. What was my first ever listen? Surely it was Burnt Out. Surely. Surely. No? On Monday? Oh, you're not going to tell me? Oh, here we go. Maybe on Monday. Ah! I wouldn't have expected that. And I'm kind of surprised I've only listened to it 63 times in 6 years. I would have thought more. Most streamed artist has to be Dodie, surely, yeah. 12,657 minutes. That's not nothing. And one more thing. Name for boys like you. I want to see it. How do I open it? I'll have a look later. Okay, where's my Boys Like You? Where's my playlist? Okay, yeah, top song, Boys Like You, fair enough. Then Goodbye to Yesterday, which is also not surprising. Then a bunch of Dodie songs, so many Dodie songs, I love that. Safer, How to Return Home, Lost in the Waves is there, When You're Looking Like That makes sense. The rest is all Dodie, I love that so much. I'm happy with this. I can see that my battery's about to die, hence why I'm rushing it. I think I will add this just to my regular vlog, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll keep scrolling through so you can get an idea. But I'm very happy, yay. All my songs. So much Dodie, that makes me so happy. And quite a lot of Eurovision too, which is not surprising. Ta-da! Yay, the end. Hi, it is 9:15. I've just finished eating. I am very full. I had some leftovers from yesterday, which was nice. And I've got to say, today has been a really great day, a really good balance of doing things, being productive, ticking things off my list, and also relaxing and chilling. I've been watching lots of YouTube. I had a shower, which is nice. I worked this morning. I worked this evening. I've edited loads and I'm uploading things. I ticked everything off my list that I had on my list for today. And I just feel really good. I am a little bit sad that it's 9 o'clock now because I'm like, oh, there is more I want to do. But I do still have probably 2 hours or so before I'm gonna go to bed. And also, I don't need to do anything. I really feel more on top of it now than I did this morning or at the start of the weekend especially. So yeah, I'm feeling really good and I just wanted to share that. And now I'm going to end, I think, what I'm, me talking to you today. But I will definitely bring you along tomorrow because we're going to see Showstoppers, which I am so looking forward to. I first saw it, I think, in March 2019, and then I think I've seen it again once or twice more. Definitely once with Wayne. And it's one of those shows that you can just see again and again and again because it changes every time. It's brilliant. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Should be good fun. I don't know why I'm so dark. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Bye! Hi, I've been walking up and down Oxford Street, but Wayne and I have decided we're going to meet at Primark, and I'm almost there. Actually, I'm there. You can see it behind me. But I'm going to see if I can meet him. I am excited for tonight. It starts at 7:30. For some reason I had it in my head that it started at 7 and I was so happy. But it's okay, 7:30 is fine too. And yeah, I think I've got a cold coming on, which isn't great. I started to feel something yesterday and I thought, oh, maybe it'll pass. I had lots of tea. And then this morning again, my throat was quite scratchy and very dry and I was coughing a lot. But in the end, I had some coffee and that's kind of helped. I feel much better now. So we'll see how it goes. I hope I'm not getting sick, but we shall see. It's very confusing weather as well. I started with my coat on, but now I'm really warm, even with my jumper on. Anyway, we're about to go in, so I will catch up with you later, but I'm excited for tonight. Should be a good night. We found the toy section.
It's not a toy, it's a hand-operated fan.
You're not even really angling at my face because I think you're looking in the camera. That's very close. Makes Wayne happy. I feel like I don't normally get the time.
School musical, thank you so much for that. Now we are having an amazing time here in our residency here at the Cambridge Theatre. Please tell all your friends because we have got monthly shows here and it's amazing when this place is packed out. If you go to the Edinburgh Festival, we will be at the Fringe all month, so come and see us then at the Pleasance Grand. And also we've got merchandise, so we've got t-shirts and pins and CDs and DVDs and all that. But the most important thing is please tell your friends and you come back as well. And with your incredible ideas and your amazing energies, we will create for you a brand new musical. Good night!
we've just come home. It's also nice and early, like that show finishes earlier I think than most West End shows, even though it still started at 7:30, so I'm quite happy about that. And oh my gosh, we had such a great time. It was so much fun. I think I've mentioned already, we really wanted to revisit the show, and I've been wanting to revisit the show basically anytime I can, but just the last few times it's been on, it's not worked out. And even the next one we were just discussing, like we'd like to go again, but the next one also doesn't work out because we've already got another show booked. But oh, it was so much fun. The story they came up with, or we as a collective came up with, was first day of circus school. And there were very distinct characters. It's such a like incredible lesson just watching them, the way they pick up from each other. They're also super talented. Like any one of them could be on the West End in their own right, just in a regular show. But the fact that they then also improv it, like it's insane. And they sing well and they dance, well, they move. And it's so impressive. It's so good. But yeah, it was first day of circus school, and there were doves and pigeons that ended up getting a bigger part than we were expecting, but we all loved it. I think the highlight for me was there was one character who was very quiet and she was trying to find her voice, and they ended up having the quietest song in the show, followed by the second quietest song in the show. And it was, I don't know how it was possible for the actress to be singing so quietly. It was so impressive and I was laughing so much. I could not breathe. It was hilarious. And yeah, aside from that, it was just very well done, very fun, and I had a good time. Tomorrow I've got a pretty chill day I think at work, and then I need to do some other work from home, and then I'm also probably going to make some burgers for supper, and Wayne should be home I think around 8ish, give or take, so that should all be good, and then I've got the rest of the week off. I think. I mean, I'll be doing some work from home, but my mum's going to be here, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm sure I will take you with me for anything else that's going on. And yeah, I had a very good night. I'm so glad. And yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Hi, it's Tuesday and I've just come home from work. It is a bit later than usual for me. In part, well, no, work didn't run on. I finished on time, but usually I finish early. But there was a lot of traffic on the way home and it was just a slower journey. And then I also went to the shops because we're going to try some new vegetarian burgers tonight, and I really hope they taste good. They did smell good, but if they taste good that would be great because they're significantly cheaper than the ones I really like, which is the Beyond Meat one, and they're currently on offer, so I'm hoping that if we do like them I can go back to the shop and get some more tomorrow, and that makes them even cheaper, which is nice. And I bought a massive bag of buns, I guess. And the plan is to use some of these for the burgers, and I think to make garlic bread with some of them as well, because we've now finished our bread. And I think that would still work, I hope, because I've still got some of that garlic butter left. I am now going to do, I think, half an hour to an hour of work. We'll see how long. Then cooking won't take very long. It's all going to be like most of the things we have already, and it's just a matter of warming things up. And I think Wayne will be home. I mentioned this yesterday, around 8. So I think timing will work out, but we'll see. I may update you later on, I may not. Tomorrow's crazy for me. I have the day off, essentially. I do intend to do some work from home, and actually my local job has invited me. They're doing a staff lunch and they said if you're around and want to join, you're welcome to. So I'm highly considering joining because every time we have a staff lunch, and I've been there, it's very good. So we'll see. And then my mum is coming, so I will meet her in town probably. And then we're going to a show in the evening, so it should be a really great day actually. I'm really looking forward to it. But let's start with this evening, shall we? Hello, we are going to the theatre tonight. My mum's just landed, so I'm going to meet quite soon. But I've been wanting to show you this cactus flower for a while, and I keep forgetting. But it's amazing. It's so long to begin with, and then also like it is starting to flower, and that's very cool. But yeah, I'm mostly impressed by the height. Let me show you. So that's the cactus, and it goes all the way up. Isn't that incredible? Amazing. Anyway, I can hear my mum calling me, so I'm gonna go. Bye. they did it very well.
The seat was empty. It was really good.
Hello, I am back. I am wearing this top, which you guys are the first person to see today, I think, because I've been wearing a jumper all day, and it's such a shame, because I do really like, shut up, because I do really like this top. At least I think I've figured out now how I'm wearing it and when I'm wearing it, because it's for these kinds of days where it's grey but muggy and humid, and so like you think you want long sleeves because you think it's cold, but it's not really. So far that's been working for me, although as I say, it was cold enough today that I did wear my jumper all day. I really enjoyed the show. First of all, it was lovely seeing my mum, of course. I did see her a week and a bit ago, so it wasn't like, oh, I haven't seen her in ages, but it's still nice, like it's such a treat. And it just felt, it's so easy, you know, it's so nice. And then we went for supper at somewhere called Brother Marcus, which is Greek food, and it was so good. The standout dish for me definitely was the halloumi, which was like watermelon and mint, and it was amazing. But we also had like a fried aubergine, I think it was, which was also very good. And we had a couple of dips and a couple of other bits and bobs. They also had fish, but I didn't. But yeah, overall, very, very good. I'm ignoring Wayne. So yeah, that was already a good start. And then we went to the theatre. We went to see 1536. I mean, you'll have gathered from the clips, but I don't actually know if I've mentioned it. And I really had no expectations going in. I didn't even really know what it was about. And yeah, it's a show I never would have gone to see if not recommended by my aunt and requested by my aunt.
That's not true.
Well, Wayne recently mentioned that actually he wants to see it too, but that was very last minute from him. And if he'd said it, I probably would have gone. But unfortunately, he'll now have to go on his own. Or I'll go with you again, but I don't think we'll be able to get cheap tickets.
You would go again?
I would definitely go again. So we got there. And yeah, it was 1 hour 50 with no interval, which I was like, oh, that's a bit long to sit through without an interval. But it's also lovely because it means you finish nice and early, and I will take that. And it's so funny, whenever I go to the theatre, I always think someone I know is going to be there. And often I'm right, but often I know that there's someone I know at the theatre. Whereas today, I didn't know that there would be someone I knew, and I didn't really know them. But I happened to do some things with them very, very vaguely, very remotely during COVID. And I think they probably had no clue who I was, but I did introduce myself and say, I recognize you. But yeah, that was fun. But then the show itself was so, so good. It was much funnier than I was expecting. Actually, I thought it would be funny, but then when we spoke about it, my aunt said, actually, no, it's going to be very, very serious. And then it started and it was quite funny. I would say the language was a bit more vulgar than it needed to be. There were moments where I was fine with it, but then moments where I was like, okay, this is a bit unnecessary. Oh yeah, actually what I was going to say before everything else was I did hear that there were really good reviews. I think they had their press night a couple of days ago, and I saw a lot of positive feedback from that, so that's always good. But yeah, it was funny, it was also serious, it was also like very dramatic. The actors were fantastic, really very, very well performed, and also very well directed, I thought, like the way they moved about the stage, and they had such a small stage, and they really did a brilliant job with it, so I thought it was really good. And also it was really interesting, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was a perspective. Basically the whole play is about the perspective of people who at least I don't usually consider in history, I guess, which is such a strange thing to say, and I can't, it sounds probably worse now than it actually is, because I feel like I don't want to spoil anything, but it was really interesting to see that perspective and to see how it affected that community. And yeah, it was very hard hitting, and there were moments that were just so real, in not a good way, but like, yeah, this is just what we live through. But yeah, overall definitely would recommend. It was a very good play, very strong, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a very good night. Things are always gonna be more fun if A, I don't pay for them, B, I go to see it with family, C, I go for a nice meal before, and then D, we went for a coffee after, and I got a smoothie instead of a coffee. Now, I don't know if you gathered the size of that smoothie, but it was about the size of my face. It was insanely big. And then we also got a chocolate cake to share, which was nice as well. So overall, a really lovely evening. It is now almost 11, so I am feeling tired, and we've got probably definitely a nice day, but a long day tomorrow. I am going shopping in the morning, then I'm going to help set up some stuff at my grandma's, then we're going to go to the theatre, then I'm going to come back, change, and go back to my grandma's, because then it's Shavuot, which should all be lovely. Like, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, but it is just a long day. So I am going to leave it here, and I will almost certainly see you tomorrow.